Alrighty, rock and roll. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hopefully, no too young boys and girls watching. Going to be testing out the Alienware M17 R3 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. A quick warning for any younger people that may be watching. I'm going to be jumping into the campaign, and there is graphic content in this video. Maybe only in the game, not graphic content from myself, which I'm sure you are very pleased with. Without further ado, I'm going to jump into it and show you all the settings for Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the Alienware M17 R3. So without further ado, let's give it a red hot go. So I'm going to jump into the graphics so you can see what the settings are all at right now. So we're in full screen borderless. Might just pop that into full screen. As you can see, we are running the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070. Pretty late graphics processing unit. They do have a RTX 2080 Super even. That one wasn't within my price range as I stand presently, so we are sitting on the 2070. Fingers crossed, it's going to be awesome. I'm sure it's going to be a heck of a lot better than the 3-year-old computer that I was using before. So screen refresh rate sitting at 300. Our virtual RAM usage with all the graphic settings on the maximum is at 4.5 gigabytes. Sync every frame, VSync is enabled. Custom frame rate limit, so it's locked in the menu and out of focus, but in the gameplay it is capped out at 300 frames. Very doubtful, however, whether I will actually get 300 frames in this game. It's almost an impossibility at this point in technology, but that display does show up as being super smooth, super clear, which I am stoked with. Text resolution set to high, so as you change it, you can obviously see the virtual RAM usage up there go way down. So to have it very low, it's pretty much half of what it's sitting at now. Texture filtering, that doesn't change it either. Bullet impact and particle quality, none of those seem to change the virtual RAM. Tessellation doesn't change it either. Shadow map resolution, okay, so that does change it quite a bit. To have it on the lowest setting, it drops down by about 400 megabytes. Caching shadows, essentially what that does is it's pretty much stores like map rendering shadows on the graphics processing unit to save your CPU load times and things like that. I'm going to keep those both enabled as well. Particle lighting doesn't change it at all. DirectX ray tracing, so that does change it, just gives it more of a realistic look. We're going to keep that enabled. Ambient occlusion changes it very minuscule amount. Screen space reflection doesn't change it. I'm going to keep my weapon and world motion blur disabled at this point in time. Without further ado, we'll jump into the campaign and probably start off where I left off. We'll just start the first mission. Jump into hardened, eh? Why not? I like it nice and hard. He looks a little blind. Probably be what I look like in a few years after playing on a 300 hertz monitor. So as you can see up the top left here, frames sitting high, GPU sitting at 53 degrees with GPU time of 0 milliseconds, CPU's 3 milliseconds. So the CPU time, that's essentially the time it takes for it to pull what you're seeing on screen from the hard drive and process it to the GPU. GPU is processing it quite quickly. The GPU is sitting at 53 degrees. That will change when I jump into the game. So we've dropped down to 70 frames per second now. I have the sound of the game disabled, just so it doesn't take over the sound of my voice and you won't be able to hear what I'm actually saying. So sitting at 70, 90, 100, 120. It's very oh dude, stick, bro. What are you doing, tree? I mean, I'm not too sure what it looks like in the recording, but in game it is ridiculously smooth. All the graphics and everything are super high. I'm loving it. I'm not too sure what the go is with this vortex of death over here. If that was real life, I'm sure it wouldn't actually look like that. You'd probably still see, but irrespective, let's move away from the black hole. Oh, okay. Oi, good on you, Sergeant Hoyt, mate. You had me back the whole time. I never doubted you for 1 second. I knew I should have kept you on my team. Alright, so looking out over the horizon. Okay. So generally speaking, sitting around the 60 to 70 frames per second. When I zoom in to the scope, it drops down a little bit. Probably because I'm getting more graphics processing power in the zoomed in version there. I mean, so far so good. Really, I was playing on 30 frames per second on my old laptop. See what the airstrike looks like. Cleared hot, mate. Come on in, red hot. So that's surprising that the frames actually went up when the explosions went off. And Sergeant Hoyt's even opened up the door for me. You're a gentleman, mate. You are a gentleman. Let's get down into the nit and gritty. Oh. Well, maybe hard's a little too hard for my skill set, but let's try that again. Let's go a little bit more stealthy, hey? Hmm. Pretty sure my teammates did all the work for me there. But if you keep your eyes up the top left there as well, you can see what the frames are sitting at, what the GPU temperature is sitting at. GPU temperature has gone up a bit. The GPU time has gone up a bit, as well as the CPU time. So as it gets more graphically intensive, those numbers are going up. That's for sure. Oh, dude, this guy. I'll help you out, mate. No worries. There you go. Help me, help me. I'll help you. Oh, another one. Oh, don't you bloody even think about it, mate. Look at this guy. Holy cannoli. Looks like me when I'm cooking. My food, rather. Not myself. If that was me after I cooked a meal, well, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Oh, jeez. You have been dropped like a red hot. Oh, yeah, mate. You got nothing. Well, there we go. Just going to jump back out of that. Well, there you have it, guys. That is essentially what the computer runs it like. Not too sure if you guys wanted to see a little bit more. What I might do just quickly is open up a display capture so you can have a look at the Alienware thermal hub. So right now, I'll just full screen that. Right now, 4.323 gigahertz CPU frequency, 72 degrees. The usage saying that it's using up 25 or so percent of the CPU, so not bad really. Digital RAM, that's pretty much maxing out there. So obviously it's quite graphically intensive, and the GPU there, and the thermals. Both fans sitting at about 60%, with that's in Fahrenheit. So if you want to see Fahrenheit, that's 177 on the CPU, 143 on the system, or 62 and 84 degrees. Well, there you have it. That is Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the Alienware M17 R3. Now, if Colonel Davis would be so kind as to open up this door, I'm going to delve straight into the world of Call of Duty. Rock and roll. Okay, I'm not going to jump into it like him, don't you worry about that. Well, cheers for coming along, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, leave a like. Subscribe below if you want to. I'm going to be putting up a bit more content and whatnot when I get all my overlays and everything set up a bit more customized and how I would like them. Cheers. Have a good one. See ya.